In the last video we looked at finding equivalent fractions and we used this phrase same value different appearance, and this is going to be very important again now. Different appearance. Okay, so let's remember that same value different appearance when we're looking at this. So some key vocabulary that I'm going to be using is along here, and I'll keep referring to it. So what we're looking at is simplifying fractions, which means to take fractions which have larger numerators and denominators and make them simpler, make them have smaller numerators and denominators. Let's look at the first one. We have 5/10. 5 out of a total of 10. And I want to make that into a fraction and simplify it and actually find the simplest form. Now simplest form means we get the lowest number we can in the numerator. So let's look at the first one. Well, you can actually look from these two bars here that actually I can write 5/10 as 1/2. 1/2. But how do you do that rather than just drawing a bar? Well, what you first have to do is you have to look for the factors of the numerator and the denominator. So the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5 and 10, and the factors of 5 are 1 and 5. And then you find the highest common factor, which here is 5. And then if you divide the numerator and the denominator by the same, remember what we said in the last video, whatever you do to the top you must do to the bottom. 5 divided by 5 is 1, 10 divided by 5 is 2, so the simplest form is 1/2. And that's exactly what we've seen in our bar. Let's have another look at another one. This one is 12/18. 12/18 here, and you can see in this bar here that we have 2/3. But why is it 2/3? Well, let's look for this highest common factor again. Well, here, what we are going to do, just to save time and be quicker, is we're just going to find the factors of the numerator first. So the factors are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And then rather than writing out all the factors of the denominator, let's just see, working from the highest number, which is the first one, and that will be our highest common factor. 12 into 18? No. 6 into 18? Oh yes, because 6 times 3 is 18. 18 divided by 6 is 3, so this is going to be our highest common factor. So if I divide 12 by 6, okay, that will get me 2. And whatever I do to the top, I must do to the bottom. 18 divided by 6 equals 3. You can see that's the same as my bar. So the simplest form for 12/18 is 2/3. I'm going to do one more very quickly here, and let's see what happens. Well, let's have a look at 20/25. Let's follow our rule. I want to write this in the simplest form. So I take my numerator, which is 20, and I'm going to write out all the factors. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. And then let's go through these and see which is the first one that goes into our denominator. 20? No, so that's not a common factor. 10? No, so that's not a common factor. 5? Oh yeah, it's 5 times 5 is 25, so this is our highest common factor. Let's have a look at this then now. 20/25. Whatever I do to the top, I must do to the bottom. So we divide by our highest common factor, and that gives me 4/5. And so the simplest form for 20/25 is 4/5. In this video, we've looked at how to find fractions in their simplest form, and we've done it by looking at the greatest common or the highest common factor. And what we've done is we found that different fractions in their simplest form have the same value but a different appearance.